G'day gang, we're all packed up, ready to go for another 3-nighter.
Woohoo! Woohoo! Let's get out of here.
Sounds good to me. We're just doing an overnighter at Tyro.
Yep, at Petrie Park, isn't it?
Petrie Park, down on the Burnett River, little freebie camp. And then tomorrow we head over to a mate's place up on the Burnett River for a couple of nights.
Haven't been there in a while, so interesting to see what he's done with the place.
Yes, over 3 years since we were last there.
Yep.
Anyway, so yay, another weekend away. Let's get into it. See you out there.
Bye. Hello and welcome to Audrey the ICONN Adventures. I'm Connie.
And I'm Daryl.
And this is Audrey the ICONN.
Beautiful day to be out for a drive, and here we are at Paradise Dam. It's currently flowing over the spillway. I don't know the exact depth of water over there at the moment. You can see the brown line on the wall. Let's see if I can zoom in on that for you. That's as good as that lens is going to go for us, gang. That's how high the water has been. And that's probably 4 or 5 metres above where the water is at the moment. The microphone that I'm using is not going to pick up the roar of the water because I'm several hundred metres away from it. It's quite easy to hear though. Anyway, Paradise Dam. This is the old dam that they've spent a lot of money on, done a lot of work to over the years. And apparently, there's a business case study at the moment, we were just reading, that they're going to build a new dam down river a little bit further because, again, supposedly, this one might fall over. Read into that as you will. Anyway, you can see that there's been a lot of water here, just looking at the way that the land is clear right up to the base of the trees all the way along. We were down at the boat ramp, which is directly down from us in this direction, and had our lunch. A beautiful spot to go to and have some lunch. Lovely little picnic tables down there and a couple of toilets as well. And then this is up the top. You can camp here. If you want to camp here, you need to call in here at the kiosk and see the caretaker, or give them a call on the phone number over there. A little bit of parking here. And there's also a toilet block over there, and again a couple more tables and barbecues to be able to use. Great little spot to just come for a little day trip, or as I say, you can have a camp right down near the water's edge. You're pretty much camping on the bitumen down there. You pull up next to the curb and then you've got the grass. I did see some people drive up onto the grass, so maybe that's an option for you as well. Anyway, Paradise Dam, haven't been here, pardon me. I've been here once before, and that was about 8 years ago, and I was right over there. Over there, that's Goodnight Scrub, and that's like a state forest. There's plenty of four-wheel drive tracks in, and Eddie the Everest and I were out there one day, say about 8 years ago, having some fun, and found a track that brought us all the way to very near the dam wall over that side. Anyway, it's great to be here, and we're just going to enjoy the day. We'll get back to you in a little while. Bye for now. There we go, looking out to the west. You can see the Burnett River down below. We can hear it over the small rapids in various places down there. Pretty sure our microphone is not going to. The little bit of clanging, banging in the background, that's Connie making some dinner. This is the end of day 2 for us. And today, at least, we're in a position to have a look at the sunset. Connie's taking some photos. I will pop those in for you to have a look at. And let's see how they turn out. We've got fingers crossed for some lovely pinks, etc. Anyway, it's been a beautiful day. We had our camping friends Kelvin and Wendy out for a visit today, and that was awesome to see them. They were with us when we're down at Paradise Dam a little bit earlier in this episode. We've got some birds of prey here this morning. And they've come over very close now. Doing this with a little screen on the camera is not easy. One of them's actually landed in a tree just out from us. Here comes another one. There's enough breeze today, nothing needs to flap a wing to be able to stay in the air. Whoop! We spotted them about 10 minutes ago. They were down over the river and they headed further away from us, and now they've come back. And there's one in a tree there. I just pop up here. There's another two just up here. This is why we like going camping, so we can see the beautiful birds of prey. Connie's taken a few snaps.
Hopefully they'll turn out.
And hopefully they turn out. Hopefully you're not just looking at the tree here with this bit of footage that I am getting of these two that are circling. We saw a couple here yesterday afternoon when Kelvin and Wendy were visiting, and here we go, they're back. And that one that's in the tree over there, I've got the wrong lens to be able to show it to you very well. As I say, hopefully Connie's photos turn out for it.
A lot of you may have wondered why we put so many walls up when we go camping, even for a couple of nights. It's because of this. We're sitting under here, we're relatively dry. Now the wind's coming in, and yet our living area is quite good. We just had some rain and it's still raining gently. The anti-dig A hole at the base of the pole device is already filled and overflowed once. It does self-empty. It doesn't stand back up by itself, unfortunately. Anyway, that's all worked, so it keeps it quite livable in here. Thankfully, the rain predominantly came out of that direction as opposed to from that direction. That way, we're all quite dry under here still.
Yep.
And we're not confined to just the standard little annex that comes with these trailers. Now, yes, a bit gets in the back here, and guess what? That's our ensuite tent, and that's our hot water system, so if they get a bit wet, what's it matter? Same with the floor, it only gets wet when we have a shower.
No, there's actually a couple under the stuff in the shower.
Down the other end over the fridge and over the hitch, because of the way I've got the walls overlapped. It's probably 99.9% dry down here, which is awesome. Yeah, we knew it was coming, it was on the forecast, that's why we went out yesterday with our camp friends and did some exploring. And today, we're just getting to sit here and enjoy the beautiful scenery, the quietness of it all. We saw the bird life a little earlier that you've seen in this episode. And now we get to enjoy some precipitous action.
Nah, he's up above that big gum we were talking about.
Oh, that one there.
Yeah, it's a different bird. I'm just using a different lens here to zoom in on this bird a bit because he's a fair ways away.
and holding the camera still and keeping him in shot is not real easy. We've seen quite a few birds of prey flying around over the last couple of days. It's been awesome to watch them. Well, babe, what a great weekend.
It's been really relaxing.
Yeah, we're just in the process of packing up, and we thought we'd get in and just do this quick little wrap-up video.
Well, we're sitting out here looking out over the river that's behind the camera that you can't see.
I will put in a little bit of footage for you to show you our view of the Burnett River. Here we are. One last little look at our view that we've been able to enjoy for the last few days on this little adventure. That's the Burnett River below us there. We are up quite a ways. There's an orchard over in the background. A little hard to see. Just spectacular. Basically had it to ourselves the whole time. The owner, we saw him a couple of times. He was busy doing his thing. And here we are. Absolutely stunning. It's not flooded at the moment. It's come down quite a lot from where it was about a week or so ago.
But it's certainly flowing.
Very much so. And as we said earlier, we're on private property here, and the owner said that the path of the river has changed just a little bit because of all the flooding that came through a week or so back. The wildlife out here's been okay, not as much as we see at some places. We are up on top of a ridge line though, so I suppose that doesn't surprise me. Saw some black cockatoo fly through this morning, that was awesome. And we've seen various birds of prey, and I know that we've already put a couple of bits of footage in for that.
Kangaroos.
And we saw some roos, no footage of those. I'm pretty sure everybody knows what a roo looks like.
Yeah, and there's been some like kookaburras and all of those sorts of birds around us, magpies.
Yes.
The gauntlet of them. I've heard the annoying
Plovers.
plovers, yes.
Yes.
I haven't seen them, but I've heard them.
True. Yeah, so it's been a great weekend away. It was just 3 nights and about 4 hours or so from home.
Yeah, so about 4 hours from Caboolture.
Yeah, nice easy drive, and it was awesome to get away. I was going to say the only downside of this location is we got service for both phones.
I was going to say, and lots of midgie because of the rains that have just been through.
Well, there was a few midgies and or sandflies.
Only at midgie o'clock.
Yeah, at Mozzie o'clock in the morning and of the evening, they'd come out and have a go. So we'd go sit inside and play board game for a while and then come back out. Last night, what a satellite viewing session we had last night. Absolutely awesome. And it just kept going and going and going. Like, we were out past 9 o'clock last night and still being able to spot them. It was unreal.
And even though the moon was only a slither, it was, really
beautiful.
pretty.
Because I can point like that, and you should be able to see that. The moon was in that direction for us, yet the satellites were mainly coming from there. And because it was just the slither of the moon, it really didn't impact on the viewing at all. It was a really awesome night. And we were able to see the Southern Cross and Orion and a few of the others out there.
And the planets were out.
Yeah, we got to see Jupiter. Actually, while we were looking at Jupiter, he seemed to get a lot brighter at one point. So we must have just all moved into the right spot at the right moment to make Jupiter just that bit brighter for that point in time.
Yeah, but overall, great spot.
I was just going to say, just before we wrap up and say our goodbyes, we also saw quite a few falling starlings.
No, you did.
It was awesome.
They might not have been starlings.
No, they may not have been.
But there was a lot of falling stars last night as well.
Yeah, it was incredible. Because last night was the only real night we had to be able to do it. The prior 2 nights were quite overcast.
Or misty overcast, so that you had no real sightings.
Yeah. The first night when we arrived, holy strikes, we arrived and it was right on Mozzie o'clock, and we literally stopped, put the roof up, swung the kitchen out and went nut. The mozzies were landing on Audrey wanting to carry her away, so we ducked inside for about an hour and a half just to wait for them to get away. And then when we got up the next morning, we just headed straight off. We didn't even have brekkie because they were out again to have a go at us. Fantastic weekend. It was great to get away again. It's been a month. And yes, the old Aussie wave every now and again. Flies, though, really haven't been an issue, which is great, except for this one little guy that wants to come visit us and maybe he's come to say goodbye. Anyway, and on that, we're going to say goodbye. Thank you very much.
Got to finish packing up. Bye, guys.
Happy and safe travels to you all. Bye.